Mario Kart Wii is easily one of my favorite video games of all time. It is also one of the most popular and one of the best-selling games of all time. I played Mario Kart Wii on the day of its release and have played it many times since then. It's been years now since I've last played the game myself, but I still keep up with current activity happening with the game. The game has become very nostalgic for me over the years and is a game that has brought me great joy and many memories. I have so much love and appreciation for Mario Kart Wii that for a while now I have wanted to make a video that covers the game's entire overall history. So, in this video, I will attempt to make a chronological timeline of events for Mario Kart Wii that covers many different stages of the game, from the concept/idea for it, its development cycle, its marketing, its release, its gameplay, its reception, its sales, its awards, its soundtrack, elements that didn't make it in the final game, how the game has changed and evolved over time, and finally, what the current state of the game is in present day. I am not going to present this video as being the complete or definitive history for Mario Kart Wii, for I know no matter how much research I do and how many facts about the game that I include in this video, it just won't be possible to include every single thing about the game's history in one video, due to there simply being too many facts to include in one video, and due to not being able to find every known fact about the game, as with most things in existence. This is really just more of a passion project for me, and something I've been wanting to make for a long while now, so I'm really excited to finally be bringing this video into fruition. Like I said, I am not attempting to make this video be the complete or definitive history of the game, but simply just a history. The history of Mario Kart Wii.
Oh. Is my phone beeping?
No, just Joe just wants it. It's like you thought
it is.
It's Nintendo Wii Day.
Yeah. I don't think he really cared.
Yes.
The year is 2006. The Nintendo Wii has been released globally, and the console is already a worldwide success. There have already been 5 previous Mario Kart titles made for each previous Nintendo system, and all of them were loved by many and were one of the best-selling games for their respective Nintendo system. Now that 5 different Mario Kart titles have been made, it seems inevitable that Nintendo would eventually make a 6th Mario Kart title for their newest system. But why though? Other than the Mario Kart franchise being loved worldwide by many and the franchise being a very financial success for Nintendo so far, what legitimate or genuine purpose or reason was there to make a 6th version of a game that already has 5 previous versions? Well, considering the Nintendo Wii was pretty much the first gaming system of its kind at the time, it seems that the purpose and reason they had for making a new Mario Kart game was to make a new version of a game from one of their most successful franchises that implemented the new abilities and features of the Wii to show what the new console is capable of. Three different individuals were in charge of the development for Mario Kart Wii. Hideki Kono worked as a producer for the game, Kenichiro Ishida was the project leader for the game's Wii Wheel, and Shigeru Miyamoto, Mario and Luigi's dad, acted as a general producer who gave small inputs of advice for different aspects of the game. Shortly before the release of Mario Kart Wii, Satoru Iwata, who was currently the president of Nintendo at the time, had an interview with these 3 people to ask them questions about the development of the game.
And then on the official Wii wheel, you'll see that there's an area for the wrist strap to fit through. Slot the controller into the wheel, and you'll see that the sensor has a hole at the end to still pick up all the sections. What I'm now going to do is demonstrate using it on Mario Kart, which is already loaded up, and you'll see hold the wheel as if you were holding a steering wheel within the car between 9 and 3, and away you go.
One of, if not the biggest change for Mario Kart Wii was undoubtedly the introduction of the Wii Remote's motion controls, which provided an intuitive and conventional way to steer vehicles in-game. This had allowed players to be able to physically turn their character's vehicle left or right by turning the Wii wheel in either direction. To accompany and enhance this new element was a new accessory for the Wii wheel. The first question Iwata had asked the three about Mario Kart Wii was how did the Wii wheel become a thing? Ashida was the project leader for the Wii wheel, but it was Kono who had thought of the idea to make a steering wheel for the Wii. There were already different accessories for the Wii that had been made and released, like the Wii Zapper and the Wii Fit board, and a steering wheel had been mentioned, but there weren't any prototypes being made yet. So, it seems that Mario Kart Wii, being a game that included motion controls to drive the vehicles in-game, was what really made Kono want to bring the idea for a Wii steering wheel into fruition, though that being the reason has never exactly been confirmed. In early 2007, Ashida had received a pre-production version of Mario Kart Wii, and it had included what seems to be the very first prototype of a Wii wheel that was made by Kono. This direct excerpt from Ashida is him talking about what his first initial thoughts were about the prototype of Wii wheel. Kono-san had already prepared a steering wheel all on his own. It housed the Wii remote and was ready for gameplay. I experienced game maneuvering in a way I never had before and instinctively thought, this could work! A lot of steering wheel-like peripherals have been on the market for some time now. Ashida said that with the Wii wheel, it didn't take long to envision the design for it because it wasn't a complex product. It was simply just a wheel that is used mid-air without a drive shaft. He said that when he used the prototype wheel, it was incredibly light and it felt really fun. There were multiple different prototypes of the Wii wheel that had been made and tested, and we can see what some of them looked like because Ashida had brought all of them with him to the interview to showcase. This here is the very first prototype of the Wii wheel that was made once the Wii wheel had officially gone into development. The Wii remote sticks out a little from the sides with this first prototype, and Ashida said this was done intentionally so that they could figure out where the best place on the wheel would be to house the remote when you're holding it. Also, there's nothing on the back of the wheel because they hadn't yet decided if the B button would be used or not when playing the game. This is another prototype which has a more square shape, and this one fully encloses the Wii remote. Ashida said that the reason for this one being made was because when they were looking at some real go-kart wheels, they saw that they are usually square now instead of round. This prototype has a hole in the back so you can press the B button, and it has a small window on the left side of the pointer so that you can still operate the main Wii menu without having to take the remote out of the wheel. It was this prototype that had become the basis for what the final version of the Wii wheel would look like, and Ashida said he felt strongly that a normal round wheel would be easier for people to understand, so that's the shape that they went with. This next prototype is very similar to the last one, just with some revisions to the design and usability. When going through the process of trial and error with these prototypes, they had realized that only having an open hole for the B button had made it difficult to reach for a child, which made them decide to instead put a B button on the wheel itself. They designed it so that when the button on the wheel is pressed, it will push on the B button of the Wii remote. Ashida said around 30 different prototype Wii wheels with different shapes, sizes, colors, and weights were made and tested before they reached its final model, which helped them learn and determine various things such as which fingers would be best for gripping the wheel and how much the wheel should weigh. They wanted to use strong, thick materials for the Wii wheel, but they also didn't want to increase the weight to the point that some people would consider it as being too heavy. Iwata had asked them about the color of the Wii wheel and why they decided to make it solid white, and Ashida had said they were considering a design that had a two-tone color scheme like this one, since actual cars usually don't have white steering wheels. Various possibilities for the design of the Wii accessories had been considered ever since the development of the Wii itself. However, all of the Wii accessories that they'd released so far had been pure white, so they felt that the Wii wheel should just be pure white as well. On all of the prototypes, you can see that they have the Wii logo on the front, but on the final product, the logo is on the back inside of a blue ring. Ishida said this was done since it would be a bit sad if there was nothing but a screw on the back. And the reason I even wanted to mention this small bit of information is because as a result of the Wii logo being inside of a blue ring for the Wii wheel, they decided to use that blue ring for the logo on the cover art for Mario Kart Wii. They were confident about the Wii wheel, and Kono said that's why they decided to have Mario and Luigi each holding one on the game's cover art. They wanted people to take notice of the Wii wheel, and wanted people who might think of conventional controllers such as ones that involve using a D-pad, buttons, or a joystick as being too difficult, to try something that was more simple and natural. This excerpt from Kono explains how they got some of their motivation to make an easier to use controller for Mario Kart Wii. When we made Mario Kart DS, my parents tried to play it together with their grandchild, but it was difficult for them to use the control pad. They were saying, "This is hard." I thought that was really too bad. This had really made Kono think that they needed to make something even more user-friendly that would be suitable for broad audiences, and felt that the Wii wheel was a perfect fit. There are other people though who are used to using conventional controllers and would want to use controllers like the GameCube one or the Wii Remote with the nunchuck attached to it as their method to steer their character's vehicle, in order to win more matches and score better lap times. Kono said they knew this, and even though they didn't have a problem with that, they had still decided to address it by providing an incentive for using the Wii wheel. In the rankings on Mario Kart Wii, a Wii wheel icon appears to the right of your nickname only when you're using a Wii wheel to play the game. The more you use the Wii wheel over time, you eventually get a little reward. The wheel icon starts out as being white, but once you have played the game long enough using the wheel icon changes from white to gold. Kono said they call it the golden wheel. Near the end of the interview, Ishida said he had something he wanted to show everyone. Here's the excerpt of what he said at that moment. Earlier, Kono-san was talking about the golden wheel, and I thought it would be great if there actually were such a thing. So I made one. Ishida had made an actual golden Wii wheel and brought it with him, but it wasn't just for show. The golden Wii wheel had become an official Nintendo product and was released as a limited edition exclusive that at the time, only members of Club Nintendo were able to receive. Nintendo had really gone all out for the golden Wii wheel by even changing the cover art that the wheel was packaged in to have Mario and Luigi holding gold Wii wheels instead of white, and had changed the large white wheel behind them to be golden. Then the package itself not only came with a copy of Mario Kart Wii and the golden Wii wheel, but it also came with a black stand with the Club Nintendo logo on it, so that you could display your golden Wii wheel in all of its golden glory. Now I know that some people truly care about their status in different games, but for me personally, having a physical golden Wii wheel that I can actually use would give me much more incentive to want to use a Wii wheel to play the game, rather than just having a golden wheel icon in-game. In the end, the Wii wheel's final design was made to be as lightweight as possible so people could use it for long period gameplay sessions without their hands getting tired too quickly, and was made to be about the same size of a real go-kart wheel because they thought that would be the ideal size that entire families, from children to grandparents, would be able to use comfortably. It's clear that the motion controls and Wii wheel were one of the main attractions for Mario Kart Wii, but the new addition of BMX motorbikes to the Mario Kart series as drivable vehicles was definitely one of the game's main attractions as well. When Iwata had asked why they decided to add motorbikes in the game, this is what Kono said. To be honest, there may have been some influences from my own hobbies. I loved BMX bicycles and snowboarding. Kono had been proposing the concept of extreme sports elements ever since Mario Kart Double Dash was in development, but the idea was rejected because the idea of Mario riding a bike seemed odd. It seems odd to me that they thought Mario riding a bike would be odd. They had already put Mario in the gang in go-karts, and it was a good look, so I don't see how Mario riding on a bike seemed odd to them at the time. During the development of Mario Kart DS, the idea of extreme sports elements was actually considered and attempted, but proved to be too difficult to incorporate in a handheld game, so it was during the development of Mario Kart Wii when the concept was finally able to be implemented. Because of the inclusion of motorbikes, for a while the development team were calling the game Mario Kart X, referring to the X in the word extreme. The name had to be changed though because the new Super Smash Bros. Game that was announced in 2006 was called Super Smash Bros. X, or Super Smash Bros. Brawl in North America. Kono said he had decided on the name Mario Kart X a year before the announcement of Super Smash Bros. X, and the reason I wanted to mention this is because that confirms 2005 is the earliest year that the new Mario Kart game for the Wii was in development, or at least probably in the pre-production stage. It was later finally decided that the name of the game would be called Mario Kart Wii, and it marked the first appearance of BMX motorbikes in the Mario Kart series. Mario Kart DS was the first Mario Kart game in the franchise to have online features, but at the time, the software for the DS version of the game was limited with its capabilities, and also the developers had a 2005 year-end deadline to have the game finished and released. 2005 is the same year during development for Mario Kart DS that they started experimenting with Wi-Fi for the game, so due to the time constraints and the limited capabilities of the software, they weren't able to include many of the online features into that game that they wanted to. So, when the time came to make the Wii version of the game, Kono said that motivation among the staff members were pretty high, and with the upgraded software of the new console, Nintendo had gone all out for its implementation of online features for Mario Kart Wii. In addition to only being able to race against other players in online matches, the development team wanted to try to implement some new features like time trial rankings and different game modes that could also be played online. This excerpt from Iwata is him talking about one of the big things that they wanted to avoid with the implementation of the rankings feature. Something we needed to tackle with Wi-Fi matches and rankings was how only a few strong players would be happy, among thousands of others who couldn't become champions. You wanted to avoid that. This was discussed since the time we started development of the Wi-Fi connection. So for Mario Kart Wii, we tried something new. The rankings were displayed on a world map. Different Miis would be stacked depending on their times for each course, and you could instantly see where you place in the rankings. Iwata said that instead of being told you're ranked this or that exact number, it was much more rewarding to be shown how many people around the world are playing at the same level as you. Not only could you easily see how you compare in global and national levels, but they also included the ability for you to switch the map to see specifically how you compare with your Wii friends and family members who share the same console. Matchmaking was another new online feature added to the game. Kono said that in Mario Kart DS, he noticed that often the number of players would decrease during races. That's another thing that the developers wanted to avoid during online play for the next game, so with Mario Kart Wii, they decided to increase the maximum player count from 8 to 12, and they changed the matchmaking functions to allow different players from around the world to join the match you're in after each race. Not only did they alter the matchmaking functions to allow players to do that, but they also altered it so that you can join as a spectator into races happening at that moment and watch a live broadcast of the other players. So for example, if 8 players are in a race and then either during it or after it's over, 2 of them drop out, new players can participate as spectators during the current race or join in during the matchmaking for the next race to increase the player count. They decided to have a globe appear during the matchmaking, showing which state or country you and other players are from, and I assume they decided to do that to make players really feel like they're facing off against the world, as Iwata had mentioned to them. Not only did they elevate the feeling of playing against the world, but they also elevated the feeling of playing with your friends too by creating the Mario Karts channel. If you turned on your Wii and went to the Mario Kart channel, you would be able to see if any of your Wii friends were playing online. If you selected join, then you would be able to join that person in the match. When Iwata had asked them why they decided to include that feature, this was Kono's reply. With the DS, when you wanted to play together with your friends, You couldn't until you phoned them and agreed to a time. It was inconvenient. I thought if the setup could only be more convenient, people would be able to play more often with their friends. In the interview, Kono had made it clear that during and after development of Mario Kart DS, he was frustrated and unsatisfied because many of the ideas he had for online features weren't able to be implemented into the game. So, when development had started for the next Mario Kart game, he was really excited to finally bring all of those ideas into fruition with the upgraded software of the Wii. The end result of all the new online features together had allowed for players to compete against other players either from within the same region or continent, or could compete only against players registered as Wii friends. They enhanced the matchmaking and increased the player count as well, to prevent each race becoming empty. All of these new features had proven to make Mario Kart Wii the most worldwide Mario Kart Online experience at the time.
Gentlemen and ladies, start your engines, because Mario Kart for Wii starts burning rubber around the world online in the first quarter of next year.
Mario Kart Wii was first announced to the world on July 11th during Nintendo's E3 2007 press conference. During the presentation, Nintendo of America's president and CEO at the time, Reginald or Reggie Fils-Aimé, had revealed the new game with a short sequence of clips that showed off the very first gameplay to ever be seen by the general public. The gameplay footage had showed some of the new characters, vehicles, tracks, and showed that the game would include a maximum of 12 racers able to race simultaneously. Outside of the gameplay footage, Reggie had made 3 more announcements for the game. First was the announcement that Mario Kart Wii would have full online support, allowing you to play with up to 11 other racers from around the world in real time. Second was the announcement that the game would be released during the first quarter of 2008. Third was the announcement of the newest Wii accessory, the Wii Wheel, which would be making its debut with the release of Mario Kart Wii. More footage and details of the game were released during the Nintendo Fall 2007 conference in October. It was here where the first official trailer for the game was shown, and the trailer had revealed 2 major additions to the game that have now become staples in the Mario Kart franchise. It was revealed that Mario Kart Wii would introduce BMX motorbikes to the franchise as drivable vehicles, and it was revealed that this iteration of the game would be the first one that allows players to perform aerial tricks with their vehicles. A similar and longer version of the trailer was made for Japan that showed even more features like multiplayer split screen, how the Wii Wheel works, new power-up items, new game modes, and online features. A variety of trailers and commercials for different countries were made for the game before and after its release.
Yeehaw! Howdy, it's me, Cowboy Jet. Come on down to the Mario Kart Emporium. People ask, Jet, how easy is it to drive in the new Mario Kart Wii game? And Jet says, get behind the wheel. Want to do a flip? Get behind the wheel. Want to pop a wheelie? Get behind the wheel. Want to power slide? Get behind the wheel. Still not convinced? Just look at Jet Jr. This is great, Daddy. Look at that boy. Every Mario Kart Wii comes with a Wii wheel. Rated E for everyone.
A portion of the US commercials featured a fictional place called the Mario Kart Emporium, a place where families could go to and play Mario Kart Wii. These Mario Kart Emporium commercials featured a high-energy Texan advertiser advertising different features of the game, like the Wii Wheel, online multiplayer, and new power-up items. The reason I wanted to mention this specific selection of commercials is because when I was doing research for this video and stumbled upon these, it had made me think. I never saw these commercials as a kid during the time the game was released, but if I did, I already know that if the Mario Kart Emporium was a real place, it would definitely be a place I would have wanted to go. My idea for the place is that it could have been a limited time event that would have lasted only a few months. Nintendo could have temporarily leased vacant buildings in different populated areas like shopping plazas and malls around the world to place the Emporiums in and families would be able to go there and pay a reasonable fee to be able to play Mario Kart Wii for a certain amount of time. Customers wanted to have access to all of the game's features so that there is still fresh unseen content on the game's release day, and maybe there could even be optional fixed prices that allows players to play a certain number of races. For example, you could pay a lower price to play only 2 races, or you could pay a higher price to play 4 races. The limited time events would have lasted specifically only a few months before the game's release, so that it would have a genuine reason and purpose to even exist. Nintendo had the idea for these specific commercials to be made, and I think that they should have capitalized on it and made the Mario Kart Emporium a real limited time event. I definitely think it would have been a financial success for Nintendo, and I have no doubt that the general public would have loved an event like this, where they had a chance to play this globally anticipated game a few months early. Over in Japan, Nintendo was taking a different approach to the marketing for Mario Kart Wii. 2 Japanese celebrities, model Aki Hoshino and comedian Medaka Ikino, were featured playing the game together in a multitude of different Japanese commercials to show people in Japan that celebrities love the newest Mario Kart game. It's not a bad tactic to use in my opinion, and it's been used countless times for countless products in every country around the world. The point of commercials is to advertise a product, and for lots of people, seeing their favorite celebrities using a certain product tends to make them want to use that product as well.
Mario Kart Wii.
There is also one specific France commercial for the game that I want to talk about. The commercial blends the game together with real life, giving off a live action vibe. I really liked the moment when the main player's red shell had appeared in front of him in real life and sped off when he used it in-game and caused it to hit the other player when it crashed through his room. I also liked how different things like making sharp turns, bouncing off of mushrooms, and the players bumping into each other had made them and the rooms they were in start sliding and shaking. I think it even would have been cool to see the main player call in a blue shell near the end of the race to win it, and the other player's room could have been destroyed as a result. In my opinion, it was an entertaining commercial and solid marketing.
Mario Kart Wii, exclusif sur Wii.
I miss the live-action hybrid advertisements that were done for different games back then, and wish it was still done more in present day. All of these different trailers and commercials had different styles to them and different tactics they used to get people's attention and advertise Mario Kart Wii, but most of these trailers and commercials had one thing in common too. They had all put a heavy emphasis on the aspects of families and friends, being able to all play the game together, utilizing the split screen feature, and being able to play against friends and other players around the world using the Nintendo Wi-Fi connection. I hope you all enjoyed episode 1 of the history of Mario Kart Wii. This series will have a total of 4 episodes, and in episode 2, I will be going over the release of the game and its gameplay. Until then, thank you for watching.